How do you feel about an archetype that's centered around a level 1 monster that's an effect that fuels the entire archetype? Sun Avalon, is that you? But worse. Big 30% of you guys have not smashed the living crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can climb up the 100k ladder here, and I cannot wait for the amount of comments that are going to be like, Robbie, you're just underestimating this archetype. Okay, sure, man. Oh, man. Look, it's Eevee the Archetype. So this is Puri. It's a light level 1 effect monster. I can 1-for-1 this out. Okay. If this card is normal or special summon, excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, then you can add 1 Puri, spell or trap card among them to your hand, and the remaining ones go on the bottom of your deck in any order. Wow! Okay, so it's my only monster in my archetype. It's main deck. Okay. Once per turn during your main deck, you can reveal 1 Puri quick play spell card in your hand and exceed summon 1 exceed monster that mentions that card using this card as material. Then attach a reveal card to that card as material. It's even worse. I thought you got to keep the quick play in your hand. And it's a level 1, so this does not synergize with Sprite at all. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have any words for this one. Then we got Expiration Happiness. Okay, so 2 level 2s to make it. At the end of the damage step that this card battled, you can add 1 Puri card from your deck to your hand. If this card has Puri Happy Memory as material, 1 face-up monster on the field has its attack halved. Okay, that's fine, I suppose. It's entirely generic, and then you get to add a Puri spell or trap card at the end of the battle. It doesn't have to actually destroy anything, but that's fine. Once per turn, when a Puri quick play spell card is activated, you can attach that card on the field to this card as material. Then you can return 1 spell and trap card your opponent controls to the hand. I feel like this one other big thing about this archetype is it's going to have a lot of spell and trap interactions, which I'm not like, there's not like a lot of active back row in the format to matter per se. But okay, but for 2 level 2s on a generic card, okay. Next up here is the Puri Beauty. Once per turn, oh, it's 2 level 2s to make it, by the way, so this is completely generic. Once per turn, you target 1 effect monster your opponent controls. That monster's effects are negated until the end of this turn. Now, just straight up here, I want to be honest with you, as a generic level 2 or rank 2, to do a negate, that's pretty solid, honestly. If this card has Puri Pretty Memory as material, you can also activate this effect during your opponent's turn as a quick effect. Honestly, okay. I don't think we're going to do that, but sure. Thrice per turn, when a Puri quick play spell card is activated, you can attach that card to this card, alright, as material. Then you can negate the battle, or you can change the battle position of 1 monster your opponent controls. No, I don't think I will. The only thing I care about here is we got a rank 2 that generically can negate something once per turn for an effect monster. Not too bad. Alright, then we got Plump. It's supposed to be a fat doggo, right? Yeah, that's a big old plump doggo. Alright, so 2 level 2 monsters. Once per turn, you can target up to a total of 2 spell and trap cards in the graveyards. Okay, so I can jack my opponent's Eldritch spell and trap cards. Attach them to this card as material. If this card has Puri Delicious Memory as material, you can activate this effect during your opponent's turn. Thrice per turn, when a Puri quick play spell card is activated, you can attach that card to this card as material, and then you banish 1 monster on the field until the end phase. Why does the banish effect on this thing have to feel very weak, per se? These cards just don't feel strong so far, man. Like, if you had more of like a mode change overlay effect on these, I feel like they'd be a lot better. But there's no like real reward for climbing up here. Next up is the Expiration Happiness. Thank God this card is entirely generic for 2 level 7s to make. You can also exceed summon this card by using a rank 2 with 5 or more materials. No, I don't think I will. During your main phase, you can detach 1 exceed material from this card to negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end of this turn. On a 2500 attack level 7 that can globally negate something, you know what? I'm okay with that. That's pretty good. If this card has a level 1 Puri monster attached to it, your opponent can activate effects in response to this card's activation. Okay, Okay, so back to the dog now. At least we don't need the quick play spell cards underneath it, right? When an attack is declared for a battle involving this card that has 5 or more materials, inflict 1500 damage to your opponent. So the most optimal thing you're going to get for this is just a detach 1, globally negate all monsters your opponent controls. Okay. Seems like it's not amazing, but it's good. Stray Fury Street. Oh boy, we got a field spell here. I hope this thing is busted. Your opponent cannot target a Fury monster you control that was special summoned for effects. Okay, sure. Once per turn, when a face-up Fury Exceed monster you control leaves the field due to your opponent, special summon 1 Fury monster from your deck or graveyard. So it's all for... They just gave the Sky Striker monster effect on the field spell. Okay. During the end phase, target 1 Fury Exceed monster on the field. Directly attach 1 Fury Quick Play spell card from your deck or graveyard to that monster's material. Why is this so slow? Like, most field spells, in order to be good, have to facilitate some part of the strategy. I feel like this having an alternate condition would have been nice, you know, like if you can't meet the requirements, or, you know, discard search for one of the spell cards. But no, they didn't even have that. Puri, my friend. Okay, let's see here. So this is a continuous spell card. You can pay 500 life points, reveal 3 Puri cards, except for Puri, my friend, to your opponent. Then your opponent randomly chooses one of them and adds it to your hand, and the remaining are shuffled into the deck. Thank you! We needed something for this, man. Like, I'm glad that you can reveal 3 of the same card in order to get some value off of this, but they need... If you want to pull off a deck that is this niche in terms of results, you need something way more powerful than this. If a face-up Puri Exceed monster control leaves the field due to your opponent, you can add up to 3 Puri Quick Play spell cards with different names from your graveyard to your hand. I like that effect. That's really good. But once again, you know, this deck seems like it's starting to suffer from Witchcrafter syndrome. You know, like, the better cards are going to be on the spells and traps, as I guess they should be. But, alright. So that's our continuous. Our first quick play here. Puri Happy Memory. Quick play spell card. Choose 1 card on the field that cannot be destroyed until the end of your next turn. Alright, well, I guess that's pretty acceptable. Then apply the following. Discard 1 card and then special summon a level 1 Puri monster from your deck. Okay, so that's 3 of the normal, 3 of the regular monster, 3 of this, and then 1 for 1 technically to get us there, but they're all inherent eggs. Sure. If this card is attached to a Puri Exceed material, gains the following effect. This card can attack monsters a number of times up to the number of Puri Happy Memories attached to it during each battle phase +1. Okay, I guess. Like, once again, though, the main thing I care about here is the discard 1, special summon a level 1 Puri monster from your deck. It's so I don't know, man. Like, it feels so costly in order to generate this advantage. Then we got Puri Pretty Memory. Each player gains 1,000 life points, and then apply the following effect. Discard a card, special summon a level 1 Puri monster from your deck. You know, I'm going to need some more Puri monsters if you want me to use these effectively. If this card is attached to a Puri Exceed monster as material, it gains the following effect. Once per turn, you can send 1 other monster you control to the graveyard and then target 1 card your opponent controls. Attach this card. What other monsters do I have? There is no extension capabilities of this. You want me to put my Puri monster on the field, go through like -3 to exceed some of this thing, and then you just want me to send it away and then, you know, add back 3 Puri Spell and Trap card, or 3 quick plays back to my hand? Like, that seems so not worth it. Like, unless I'm missing something here, that just feels like massive fail central. Puri Delicious Memory. Choose 1 monster field cannot be destroyed by battle until the end of the next turn, then apply to the effect. Discard 1 special summon a level 1 Puri monster. Okay. This card is attached to a Puri Exceed monster, gains the following effect. This card gets 3 attack defense for each material attached to it. Okay, well that can get pretty big. You can basically create like a pseudo big boss monster. And then we got the Puri Leap. Target 1 Puri Exceed monster you control. Exceed summon 1 Puri XYZ with a different rank from your extra deck. On top of it, transfer materials. The special monster by this effect is returned to the owner's extra deck. Alright, during the end phase of your next turn. Why? Banish this card, target up to three Puri monsters in the graveyard and shuffle them into the deck. Doesn't even say draw one. Disc. And then Xyz's Tribal Rivals is getting a reprint. Yeah, this archetype doesn't feel very good. Guys, please, if you comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of the subscribe button. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.